quarterback, you know, you do 3 things with the ball and 2 of them are bad. You know, drag racing, you know, you go from 0 to 300 miles an hour in 4.9 seconds. You know, everybody thinks that's unsafe. Nah, you got parachutes that'll stop you, not a problem. But now I'm into this this little business, which I'm really having fun with, and I'm excited about, because I can't wait to be looking at Ed Patterson across the way and say, okay, help me with my little business here. Ed and I work together with Untyed and having a great ball. He's the best boss I've ever had, next to Bum Phillips' head. So anyway, I've got this spice business, which I've brought some samples for everybody to try. It's called Dan Pastorini's Texas Style Rub. It is not a lotion. It's funny, but it's funny. You know, all this marketing that we do today. You know, we as the business people have lost our control to the customers. The customers have too much information, and they have too much information that they share. And they can really make or break you on the internet. So, I mean, I'm into all this viral technology and Facebook and Twitter and all this stuff. And fortunately, I have a tech person that's guiding me through all this. I don't know what it is, but he's taking care of it. It's creating interest, and it's really kind of fun. But it's amazing how many people you can reach. So anyway, we're starting up this business. And I'm meeting with the grocers and the grocery supply people and the distributors and the brokers and whatnot. And it's fascinating how the game is played, and it's really kind of an interesting group. So I'm looking forward. We're going to come out with some new products. This is our first product line, and we're going to have it. These are old family recipes. Something you might not know about me, I grew up in the restaurant business for 37 years. My folks, the biggest mistake I made when I was drafted by the Houston Oilers, I should have brought my parents down from Sonora, California, opened up a restaurant. You'd have never heard of Carrabba's. I promise you. My dad was an excellent cook, so I used to watch him all the time. And so, from all these family recipes that I've learned in the years, I teamed up with a friend of mine in California, Lee Donapedian, and he's in the restaurant business as well. So, we used to have a charity at his restaurant every year called Christmas for Children. What it was, we'd have a car show. All these race car drivers and all these car clubs and all these motorcycle guys would bring their steel over there, and we'd park it in the parking lot. And the entrance to this thing was an unwrapped toy. We used to fill up 2 semis full of toys for needy families in the area. So he and I would get in the kitchen afterwards and start playing with our recipes and stuff. And we happened to combine the recipes in this one seasoning. We tasted it, and just said, that's pretty darn good. So we never did anything about it. This is back in 1986. So finally, recently, we said, let's package this thing and let's try to sell it. With all this interesting technological marketing that's out there. So we happened to go to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. We were able to feed 4,000 people there, and we were able to hand out 1,500 or so samples. Everybody loved it. We recently entered the Magnolia cook-off with I think they had something like 120 teams, and we took first in chicken, and we took fourth in ribs, and grand champion overall. So the secret is getting it into people's hands and getting them to taste it. And those are my marketing challenges right now. And it's really difficult. You just don't come up with a product and go to a store and say, hey, I'd like you to put this in your store. I did that. I mean, that was my approach. And then they referred me to somebody else, and they referred me to the buyers, and they referred me to the distributors. So it's been a learning process for me, but it's been a fun process. So right now, we're going to be in about 800 stores in about 2 weeks. We'll be in HEBs, and we'll be in all the grocery supply stores. And we've got a big show coming up in June, so it's really going to be our kickoff time. So we're doing a lot of promotion right now. So it'll be interesting to see what you think. It's good on anything, folks. It's good on chicken, it's good on beef, it's good on pork. Some people put it in their Bloody Marys. We've even had people put in their popcorn. It's just one of those things. I have a buddy of mine who's in the Cajun spice business, Terry Broussard over in Louisiana. And he's written on our Facebook and everything else, and he swears by it. He said it's the best he's ever tasted. So hopefully you'll all get a chance to do it. I don't want to be rambling here. I'm going to open up some questions. But in closing, I just want to leave you with some thoughts and another little story. I'm big on stories, especially heartwarming ones. And this is one of my favorites. A few years ago, at the Seattle Special Olympics, 9 contestants, all physically and mentally challenged, assembled at the starting line for the 100-yard dash. At the gun, they all started out not exactly in a dash, but with a relish to run the race and finish and win. This was until one little boy who stumbled on the asphalt, tumbled over a couple times, and began to cry. The other 8 heard the boy cry. They slowed down, looked back, then all turned around and walked back to their fallen mate. Every single one of them. Everyone in the stadium stood up cheering and went for several minutes cheering these kids. What matters in life most, more than anything, more than winning for us, what matters in this life is helping others win, even if it means slowing down and changing our course. If you pass this sentiment on, you may be able to not only change your own hearts, but someone else's as well. A candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. So my parting thoughts and a little advice that I've learned: treat everyone with respect and kindness. Reserve some time for giving back to your community. Listen more to learn more. And whenever you see one of our military, take the time to walk up, shake their hand, and thank them. Because if it wasn't for those wonderful people, we wouldn't have the freedoms in this country that we have. I want to thank everybody for coming today. I want to thank Tyler for inviting me, for being a part of this great experience. I like it. If I could do more, please choose me. If anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them at this time. Any questions?